tonight after weeks of nationwide protests, some violent and destructive. President Donald Trump is working to heal a nation that is reeling. While he has supporters, he also has plenty of critics. In the middle of it all, can a nation being pulled in different directions reunite? White House correspondent Owen Jensen has more on that. Owen?
Tracy, President Trump went to a church in Dallas, Texas today, meeting with faith leaders and law enforcement to try to figure out a path forward. As President Trump left for Texas to visit with faith leaders, around the White House, more signs of things returning to normal after weeks of protests, fences coming down, and tourists and visitors arriving. Still, the nation a long way to go. Front and center, reform and revitalization, ending racism and racial disparities.
And so we do need some things to happen on the police reform side, which will connect with the great things we've already done historically with criminal justice reform. And we know that you're the president to get it done. And
just recently, the president deemed places of worship essential.
I think he gave a lot of courage to the faith community to reopen, to do so safely. And look, here we are, I think 4 weeks later, and we haven't been hearing about, rampant outbreaks in places of worship. The First Amendment's a beautiful thing. People have a right to go to church or mosque or synagogue.
The president also tweeted, "So honored by Archbishop Vigano's incredible letter to me. I hope everyone, religious or not, reads it." The Archbishop, who controversially called for Pope Francis to resign, writing in part, "For the first time, the United States has in you a president who courageously defends the right to life."
Donald Trump is exactly who I thought he was, and that's a racist.
But critics of the president quick to pounce. The president opposes renaming military bases named after Confederates from the Civil War.
This country is a great country, and people are starting to recognize and come together and heal these wounds. And this guy in the White House is just unable to comprehend the moment.
Finally tonight, General Mark Milley says it was a mistake to go across the street to St. John's Episcopal Church earlier this month with President Trump, where the president held up the Bible, you'll recall. The general basically said that's mixing military with domestic politics, and he says that gives the wrong perception. Tracy?
White House correspondent Owen Jensen reporting for us tonight. Thank you, Owen.